Yeah, my name is Dean Houlihan. I'm 23 years old.
My name is Nolan, I'm 20 years old.
Hey, so my name is Toni Bailey, I'm 34 years of age. I have come back to live with my parents. I'm what's known as a Boomerang Kid.
I want to leave home because I want my own sense of personal and economic freedom. I want to be able to essentially have my own freedom, create my own comfort, and I think through that sort of advancement of myself I'd be able to experience more fulfillment within my life.
I was previously living in the Netherlands with my partner. I worked for Booking.com there, and I can say that I had a pretty good standard of life.
I signed on to do a 3-year course in Blanchardstown for creative digital media, and my parents are actually currently living in the country, so the fact that I was in Leitrim and the course is in Dublin, it would have just been impossible to commute every day and financially as well, so I had to, it made more sense to move back up to Dublin and to live there while I was attending the course. So I've been up here since September.
Things seemed to be going well for a while, and then the relationship fell apart very abruptly and I had to leave very abruptly. So unfortunately I was out of options. So it was either stay in a situation that was not very good in the Netherlands or just come home.
As time went on, the rent was kind of going up, so I wasn't really able to afford it. So that's why I'm kind of after this year is out, I'm not going to be able to continue with the course. So that's why I'll be going back to my parents in Leitrim to stay there.
It's hard to find accommodation near the places where I work, because it would be more ideal if it would be more ideal for me if I found accommodation near to where I work. However, since I work in Dublin, accommodation in Dublin is expensive.
It was kind of immediately obvious to me that I couldn't afford to move back out in Ireland. Ireland's changed a lot. I haven't been in Ireland for the last 6 years. Previous to the Netherlands, I was living in France, and I had a good standard of life in France and in Ireland, and when I came back here I realised that that was not possible. It's strange to be back now because I haven't lived at home properly really for a very long time, so you don't have as much independence as you normally would have. It's strange and it feels weird and wrong.
I mean, you just feel better, just in a way. It's just being in charge and making all the rules and all that, having your own independence and all, I'm in control of everything I want to get on my shopping list or how I spend my money
But I know at some point that I have to move out of my parents' house, despite how comfortable it is, because I can't be living off of other people. I want to be able to live for myself,
this is the current generation, so you need to kind of pave the way for passing the torch of who's going to carry on the jobs when these people retire. So just thinking about the kind of future of our economy and just the people who everyone's going to depend on to use their skills in whatever job that they're destined for.
I blame the government because they don't do anything to make sure that rents are affordable for young, I can't say young anymore, but for young to people in their 20s and 30s, it's just impossible. I've lived in France, I've lived in the Netherlands. It's perfectly possible to work in an ordinary enough job and live in a nice place and still have money left over to do things. I feel that as soon as I have my qualification, I will probably end up moving abroad again, because it's just not possible to live in Ireland really unless you have a very, very, very well paid job. So anybody earning, anybody who is working to lower middle class really can't afford to live here.
My plans for the future involve, because my girlfriend wants to move over here to Ireland, and I'm hoping that if I'm able to combine our income and then rent an apartment through that, and hopefully it's somewhere near where we'd be both working. And if it's not, then we might be crashing in our parents' house temporarily until we're able to find ideal accommodation.
Well, I want to go into the Nurofen business and sell that to underage kids and make a load of money.
If I have any advice to give any of the younger people out there, it's broaden your options, expand your options. Don't kill yourself to live in Ireland and just pay rent. There's a whole world out there. Get out there and see it.
I don't know, like go out onto the quays and like fucking sell a load of gear or something, or do that, or go into like sell a few organs or something, kill homeless people and take their organs and like sell them off like for top dollar.
You can live quite well anywhere else in Europe. Go and do it. And also to always have an emergency fund, just in case your life, even when it looks like it's going perfect, it might not, just in case it falls through. That's my advice. Really, if it wasn't for the support, emotional and financial, of my friends and family, I'd probably be out on the street somewhere. That's a bit dramatic, but I mean, I wouldn't have had a lot of options basically.